Okay, we're working with this new ESP32 board by Keyestudio, and it cost $11.90, cheaper actually than the Arduino Uno, most basic. And what I'm doing is showing step by step how to follow the wiki instructions. In this case, we're using Bluetooth, which we've installed, Bluetooth app I'll talk about in a minute, and downloaded the code in Arduino that's given in this wiki. And you can see right here that the serial monitor shows that the LED is turned on in Arduino. Now, if I go back and rewrite a new instruction here, new value, LED underline off. It's turned on right now. I click right and it turns off. All right, it says LED off. It was on. It shows you the time of day when the action occurs. Okay, so this is the icon for the app that I just showed controlling the board here. And there are instructions on how to control this app, quite a few steps. They're given in this tutorial along with the code. So you can see the steps that are required to do what I just showed, which is type in LED on, LED off, and that activates this LED light by Bluetooth. It's interesting to begin with. Okay, here's the actual code, and what I do is copy it and paste it into Arduino. But it's interesting that to begin with, this tutorial goes into great length about the hardware. So 1202 is the particular lesson, Bluetooth control of one single LED, and they go into describing what this red LED is, what a resistor is, and resistor markings. So that is actually this little blue thing right here, and the markings on it, and what they signify. And in this case, we're using one LED and a resistor that should be approximately 220 ohms. That's the resistance category of the resistor. Ohms is the amount of resistance. And what is a breadboard? Now, in this particular case, I have not used my breadboard right there. What I did was just attach the resistor directly to the ground wire to the LED, and then the signal wire is this one, 26, pin number 26. I've got other LEDs which I can add to the program, to the sketch, and have them controlled with the app. So this is going into a lot of detail about what a breadboard is and how to use it and how this is set up. You can see that if you understand these diagrams, you can see that the resistor here is connected to pin 26, unlike what I just said, which is I put the resistor on the ground leg. It doesn't matter for resistors which leg they're on, as long as they're in the system somewhere, and it shows you 220 ohms. Doesn't have to be exact, could be 300 or 600 ohms, but 220 is enough to protect the LED from the amount of voltage going through the circuit. Now, here's the code. I just copied it, pasted it into Arduino right here, and now I clicked on serial monitor to get this to show up. If you click on it again, it goes back to the standard Arduino. These instructions on how to, from this point down, on how to set up this environment you have to go through step by step by step. And I found that there are sometimes, like there's one example where they don't tell you to click on the hex. They don't tell you to click on this in order to get this. But I realized that that's what they meant. So there are some things you really have to kind of struggle with to get these instructions to give you eventually this kind of a typewriter display in order to type your LED on instructions and your LED off instructions. Once you get that, and another thing they say in here that you're supposed to see in Arduino that you are connected. I did not see that on my Arduino on my environment here, when I activated the app. Didn't matter, still works. So there's quite a lot here going on. We'll go to the next step, which is controlling more LEDs, and then eventually controlling a buzzer. You can see from the little progress bar here that there's a lot of instructions. There are a lot of instructions on this whole system on Keyestudio using this board. And that's actually this board, as opposed to an Arduino. Well, this shows the R4, but anyway, this is quite inexpensive, and it seems to work up to this point, following these instructions. And I'll put a link to this instruction for the KS5020 board. There will be more.